Tampa Mystic.
Khacki,
What's going on?
how you doing?
I'm blessed. Sister, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me.
That's love. Always.
Man,
Always.
it's a
You know what?
pleasure.
Man, are you living or you surviving?
I'm gonna say I'm a little bit of both.
Explain.
Living because life is short. And I find that especially when you lose people
Gotcha.
that mean a lot to you, whether it be family or friends, it makes you understand life is short.
That's a fact.
Life is short, so we have to get out here and live because we are not guaranteed another day. On the survival side, I'm an entrepreneur.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? When you become an entrepreneur, it could be a bittersweet.
Gotcha.
You know, on the sweet side, we make our own schedule. We
on.
do what we want when we want.
That's right.
But we don't got that steady paycheck that comes in.
on,
So
that's a fact.
sometimes we have to be in survival mode.
I respect that.
And not to mention, you know, it's a crazy world out there.
on, that's
We
right.
have to walk around with our head on a swivel. So
That's a fact.
I think it's a little bit of both for me. But I would say more I'm living though. I love my life.
Man, I respect that.
Yeah.
Tampa. That's dope, man. Tampa, let's take them back. Take them back. Before being a radio personality,
Yeah.
before being a content creator, at age 9, what did you want to be?
You know, I'm such an animal lover.
Gotcha.
I always see myself working with animals, whether it was being a veterinarian
Gotcha,
or
that's
working
dope.
at a zoo.
That's dope.
I tell people, and they think I'm crazy,
Gotcha.
that I was a cat in my previous life.
Gotcha. That's what you said.
That's my spirit
Right,
animal.
gotcha, gotcha.
So when I was little, like we always had animals growing up. So
Gotcha.
I always had seen myself working with animals, and I wouldn't mind still maybe doing something
dope.
like that in
Right.
in the next life.
That's
you know?
dope. I respect that.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope, man. All right. So Tampa, grew up in Tampa.
Yes.
Gotcha. What was life growing up in Tampa, Florida?
I loved it there.
Yeah,
I
that's
loved
what's up.
it there.
That's what's up.
You know, of course, the beaches are everywhere. We got
Gotcha.
the beautiful beaches out there. Gosh, I made some of my best friends
That's what's
there. That's what I miss about it.
Yes.
It's a great city, though. It's you know, it definitely has grown a lot over the
Gotcha.
years. It's kind of touristy because we've
Okay.
got like tourist attractions like Busch Gardens
Yes.
and you know, different things in the beaches. You know.
Gotcha.
But it's a beautiful city.
That's dope.
I loved it out there, but when I decided to move here,
Right.
it was time to move because I felt like I needed to in order to elevate.
Gotcha.
But-
We're going to get to all that.
Yeah.
No, that makes perfect sense. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Definitely do. Let's take them back. High school for your fans. In high school, I was known as the kid that
Had the big booty. I was the white girl with the junk in her trunk.
you only gonna get it here, y'all. You only gonna get it here. So, definitely, man. So I would guess in high school you were a popular kid.
I was very popular.
Gotcha. Did you play any sports or anything growing up?
I didn't play
Gotcha.
any sports. When I was in my younger years, like I was athletic. Like
Gotcha.
I remember, you know, just taking it back real quickly. I remember like in elementary and middle school, you know, when they had track and field,
Right.
I always would run, and I had at my mom's house still has ribbons that I would, because I
Gotcha.
was fast.
That's
I was
dope.
dusting them.
That's what's up. Definitely.
But when I got in high school,
Yeah.
like I was outside.
Gotcha. What first job? What was your first job?
Dairy Queen.
Sit-
I was whipping them
sis,
blizzards.
come on, what you talking about? All right, sis, let me tell you a funny story. My first job in Stockbridge at McDonald's, $4.75. My brother got a job across the street at Dairy Queen for $5. I left McDonald's and worked at Dairy Queen from 9th grade to 12th grade.
That's hilarious. That's crazy. Whipping them blizzards. Let me ask you a question. What was your favorite blizzard?
Sis, all right, this is Snicker.
Yes.
Reese's Cup Mix.
Oh,
a little bit of cookie dough.
Man, taking me
What about
back.
you? What about you?
I like the Reese because that's still my favorite
Me too.
to today.
All time,
but
right?
I like the Oreo cookie and like Reese Cup mixed together.
Oh, that's a classic.
Man.
And that actually was a fan favorite.
Yeah.
They did. They loved that. That's
Absolutely.
dope. And I know you had at Dairy Queen, you have a lot of you see the same customers.
Yes.
That's what it was for sure. You saw a lot of the same
Absolutely.
customers.
It's funny because I used to have, shout out to Gary Ellison, if you ever see this.
That's what's
he
up.
was
Shout out
a
to
he
Gary.
was a police officer
Right.
that would come through the drive-through, and he would specifically ask for me by
Gotcha.
name
That's dope.
because he wanted his banana split blizzard.
Gotcha, yep.
That I'm the only one that know how to make it thick and chunky, as he would say.
Enough to turn it over, right?
Right, yeah. So yeah,
That's
shout out to
dope,
Dairy
man.
Queen.
That's what's up. Definitely, man. So now let's bring him in to a little further.
Yes.
From my research, after high school, after Dairy Queen,
Yes.
you was in sales and marketing.
I was.
Gotcha.
For a long time.
Yes, right. Roughly 12 years.
Yes.
What was that lifestyle like?
Honestly, it was good because I learned a lot from that.
Go ahead.
That I brought into the music
That's
industry
right,
and
for
was
sure.
able to start my business
That's
because
right.
I'm a college dropout.
That's right.
I don't mind talking about that.
Gotcha.
I had my son at 19 years old.
Okay.
I'll just give you a piece of that real quick. I had my son at 19 years old, right out of high school.
Gotcha.
I started college, and it was that work-life balance was
Yes.
tough. I was a single mom.
Gotcha.
At 19, trying to go to college and work. So I just went to the work side,
That's
right? But, learning what I did working for the company I did for 12 years,
Right.
it was a blessing because,
Gotcha.
I had some huge clients.
Gotcha.
Like Fortune 500 company
Wow.
clients. I was
Gotcha.
making a lot of money with this company,
Gotcha.
but it wasn't really my passion
Come
to
on.
do it for someone else.
Come on. Shh, you saying something.
I moved to
Saying
Atlanta
something.
in 2013.
Yep.
2014, they laid me off. I was making almost $100,000 a year,
Gotcha.
and they laid me off.
Gotcha.
But to me, that was God saying, you know
Go
what?
ahead.
You've learned enough.
Go ahead.
Go on and do your business
Spread
now.
your wings. Come on. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
So-
And how did that leap of faith, what did that do for you? Because even at that young age, you're like, okay, all right, I wanted this. This is what I really want.
Absolutely. But
How was that transition?
That was when the survival mode came in.
Yes.
Because
Gotcha.
I went from making a lot of money to not knowing where my next dollar was going to come
Gotcha.
from. It really humbled me.
Gotcha.
Not that I was ever like a big splurger or anything like that, because I'm a bargain shopper.
Gotcha.
I'm a baller on a budget
Come on
type.
now,
You
that's
know what I'm
right,
saying?
Right.
But it really humbled me because like I could not spend any extra money.
Makes
like
sense.
everything that was coming in was going to the bills. But I appreciate it so much now because I feel like when you work for stuff, you
Yes,
appreciate it
that's a
more.
fact.
Rather
That's
than
a
stuff
fact.
just being handed to
Given
you.
to-
Yeah.
If it's, I say it all the time. If it's that easy, I don't want it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like
No.
no one wants that. No one respects it. That's a fact.
100%.
It makes much more sense. I had a guest in here that said also, just take that kid that grew up in the inner city and didn't have much, versus the one who was privileged to everything. You see him, and he was talking about basketball.
Yeah.
He said that he's a dog compared to that other person. He had to
100%.
fight for it. It's a real big difference. It is for sure.
Absolutely. And my OG always says free is too expensive. Oftentimes, or majority of the time, when people get free stuff, they don't value it or appreciate it because they didn't invest in it.
Wow. Free is too expensive.
Yes. Jot that
Wow.
one down. And it's the
Wow.
truth. It's so simple, but it's the truth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, let's take them past that sales job. You actually, prior to relocating to Atlanta, you was already doing your thing in Tampa.
I was.
Gotcha.
I was.
Let's speak on DJ Short E.
Shout
Come
out
on,
to DJ Short
on,
E,
man.
man. Like, I'll forever be grateful
Yeah.
for him. He was the first person in the music industry that gave me a shot.
Wow.
He was DJing at a place called Whiskey Joe's, which was a reggae club.
Gotcha.
But after 10 p.m., it turned into like hip hop and
Gotcha.
everything
Right,
else,
right.
right? So he and I were friends. We met. I don't even remember how we met. Just,
Gotcha. Right,
being
just
out or
right,
whatever.
that's
Yeah.
right.
And he asked me if I wanted to come in on his night and start hosting
Wow.
because he was a vinyl DJ. He didn't
Classic.
really like being on the mics. He was a
Gotcha.
vinyl
Exactly.
DJ, but he wanted someone to host. And I
Gotcha.
was like, with the company I was working for, I was doing what's called symposiums where I would have to go present what we do, oftentimes in front of clients that had
Exactly.
a ton of people
That's
in
right,
attendance.
that's right.
So I had that confidence to be in front of a crowd.
Man,
So
you
I
was
was
being groomed already.
I was already
You
being groomed. Yeah.
Wow.
And I've always been a music head. Always
Gotcha.
been a lover of music.
Right.
So I was like, sure, let me do this. After the first night, I was like, yo, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Wow.
I fell in love with it.
Just like that.
Just like that. So then
That's dope. That's dope.
I asked him, I said, well, why don't we start booking artists to come in and perform? Because I've always been a lover of live music.
Gotcha.
So I started attending some of the other open mics.
Gotcha.
Shout out to my homie H. That's my brother, man. Shout out to
man.
H.
That's what's up.
He's been doing open mics for like, I want to say like 17 years. Very long time.
Okay, dope. So he's a staple.
He's a
in the
staple.
community. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's
And
dope.
so I started going to his and a couple other ones, just scouting artists, meeting artists.
Right.
And it just blew up from there, man, you know. And I started doing artist showcases in Tampa.
Gotcha.
And when I came here, that's a whole nother story. We could talk about that too.
We're going to get into all that.
It took off,
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, everything started in
That's
Tampa. I pay homage to my city. I love my city.
That's right.
That's why I've kept that part in my name.
Come on, that's right.
Because
Respect.
that's my home. That's
right.
That's what raised
That's
me.
right.
That's
Come
what
on.
groomed me.
Come on.
That's what
right.
made
That's
me.
right.
I
Come
love
on,
my
Tampa.
city.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope, man. And do you actually, your family still there too as well, or do they come here as well?
No, I don't have no family here. I have
In Georgia?
No family in Georgia. Everybody's in Florida and in Ohio.
Gotcha. What part of Ohio?
They are in.
Is it Dayton, Toledo?
So my dad's from Cleveland.
Gotcha.
My
Classic.
mom's from Columbus.
Gotcha.
The only family I still have left there is my dad's brother. Shout out to my Uncle Ron.
Shout out Uncle Ron.
Uncle
Come
Ron.
on
They are in northern Ohio. I can't remember the city, but it's
Gotcha.
in northern Ohio.
Small city
in north.
outside,
Yeah,
outside the
absolutely.
major city. Okay, dope,
Yep.
dope. And you speak of your dad very highly.
Gosh, I love that's my
I
best
know
friend.
You, man, come on.
That's my
sis.
best
Come on,
friend.
Man. Come on.
I get
love
emotional
it.
just
I
talking
love
about.
it.
I love my dad so much.
The way you speak on him in your interviews,
Yes.
you know, and it's just, I know he's been that staple,
Yeah.
that person in your life, man.
Yes.
Like, what? Just speak on your dad a little bit about, you know, who he is as a man.
My fondest and furthest memories that I have of my dad is all the way back to when I was like 3.
Gotcha.
He used to take me outside. He had a telescope.
Right.
And we would look at the stars.
That's dope.
And my dad will still remind me to this day. He'll be like, I used to take you outside and you'd be like, stars,
Yeah.
stars.
That's
Because
dope.
he was very into like, looking, what is it? Astrology.
Yep.
Yeah, astrology. He was very into that. And I think that's how I kind of love it too. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? I love, astrology and stuff like
Yes.
that. But he would take me outside. But he also has photos of me when I was like a baby with these big old headphones
Come on.
on my head. Because my dad was always a music lover
Gotcha.
too.
Right.
So I attribute a lot lot of my passion for music to my dad
That's dope.
because he
That's dope.
introduced it to
That's
me
right.
at such a young
That's
age.
dope, man. That's dope.
And he's literally like they are, they say, a girl's first love is her dad.
Father, that's right.
And same thing, a boy's first love is their mother.
That's right. That's a fact.
So my dad is just, he was such a provider.
That's dope.
Took care of my mom when she
on.
got sick.
Gotcha.
I never seen my parents ever. If they ever argued, I never seen it.
Wow.
They didn't allow that to, be in front of
ahead.
my
That's right.
sister and
That's
I.
right.
My dad was just like, he's like that gentle person,
Yeah.
like
That's dope.
he's,
That's
yeah,
dope.
I love my dad.
Man, shout out to Pops. Man,
Shout out
that's
to
dope.
Pops,
That's
man.
dope.
I
That's
love you.
dope, man.
I love you, Steve Fudd. I call him Fudd. That's an inside joke. Shout out to
That's
Fudd.
dope, man. That's dope. And you said siblings, your sister.
Yes.
This is younger or older?
So my sister, she passed. She passed at 41. I was 37, so she was 4 years older than me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That was a difficult time.
I understand. I can't even, this is the part where the human element is just very hard.
Yeah, it
you know what I
is.
mean? Like, cause that is, yeah, I understand. I
It
definitely
was
understand.
tough. My sister, she was my only sibling.
Okay.
We were very close growing
Gotcha.
up. That was
Man,
my
I hate
big
hearing that.
sis.
I hate hearing stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie to you, sis. I don't, family, we all we got.
It's,
we all we
it's,
got.
it's
So,
tough.
yeah,
and
man,
I
hate
get
hearing
I get
stuff.
emotional too.
Yeah, for real. I don't like hearing
I get
stuff like
emotional
that, man.
because
Yeah.
gosh, just watching what she went through in the last few months of her life, it was difficult.
Gotcha.
She had cancer.
Gotcha.
And just seeing what she went through, I'm like, that's what really started me on my fitness and health journey because I feel like a lot of health ailments can be prevented by us taking care of
So
ourselves
true. That's so
or all
true.
of them.
That's so true. You're right about that.
And she was like my supporter. Like she
Gotcha.
was there for me when I got my first award in the
Gotcha.
music
That's dope.
industry.
That's
and
dope. That's dope.
like she really supported me.
That's
and
right.
just when she passed, it was difficult.
Gotcha. I understand.
It's still difficult.
What and then that does that drive you to this day?
It does.
and it just keeps you going, busy,
100%,
motivated.
Yes,
like everything, in every facet of the word.
Because
like
I know she's with me. She was
on,
probably the
sis.
one that knocked that
Come
out
on,
of there.
sis.
Because my sister was a clown.
Gotcha.
Like she was so funny, a jokester, a
Gotcha.
practical
I got
jokester.
you. Right.
So it's like sometimes things will happen, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's her name was Wendy.
Gotcha.
I'm Misty. That's Wendy. We're
That's
you know.
dope. Wow, that's your parents are dope for that.
Yeah, my parents were hippies. They were super dope. Yeah.
That's dope. Wendy and Misty.
Yeah,
that is dope.
Weather, for sure.
I love it. They dope for that.
Yeah.
What's your dad's what's his nickname?
What's it, Fudd?
Fudd. Shout out to Fudd.
Shout out to Fudd.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. But man, but definitely, sis. I know it does. I know it does drive you.
It does.
Like no other.
It does. Like for someone who hasn't lost like a sibling or a parent, it's like that pain. It's almost undescribable, and I don't think it ever leaves. You know, like it gets easier, but it never leaves. And I oftentimes I try to put on this facade that it don't bother me, but it does.
Definitely.
You know,
since I couldn't. I just shed a tear. I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
I couldn't. You know, like as you are. You know. A lover, a friend.
Yeah.
You help others in their time of need even more than you could think. So your smile cheers up everybody you come in contact with. So I know sometimes that pain behind the scene.
It does.
It does. I know for a fact. I just know, like, just even from who I am, I know sometimes, you know, heavy is the head.
Yeah.
You are aware of the crown. That's a fact. You know, so I know that you deal with certain things and. You know, it be like, man, why me, God? You know, like, so I do understand that for sure.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know, man, like how you're living is the ultimate motivation, man. Like ultimate what we see, you know, and I thought I knew that, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know, like but yeah, I just, man, that's a soft spot for me.
Yeah.
Just family is a soft spot for me, man.
Me too, because like shout out to my granny. She's 99 years old.
Wow. Come on, man. Wow.
99 and she still lives by herself.
Wow.
She don't have assisted living, none of that. 99.
Wow.
So I was talking to her on Christmas and you know, she had brought up the fact that like before my mom passed, before my sister passed, and 3 of my uncles had passed. We used to do a lot of family stuff together. I'm like, we don't do that much anymore because a lot of our people are no longer with us. But I asked my grandma, I was like, what is your secret? And she said to living long life, longevity. She said not allowing life to stress her out and eating good, because my grandmother's always been like a healthy eater. And that's also a motivation because I'm like, I want to live to be 99.
Come on, man.
She gonna be 100 in June. And she gonna make it there.
And she's in Florida.
She's in Florida.
Wow.
Living alone.
Soaking up that good sun too.
Yeah.
Like just
doing her thing.
Man, that's dope.
It's amazing.
That's inspirational, man. For everybody watching this, that is very, very motivational for real. Because we and I always say, man, you know, I don't want to travel this world in a wheelchair. You know, I want to see life now. And you say 99, living on her own, that is one that's unheard of. That's
because
unheard
she's
of.
completely coherent, like she no Alzheimer's, no dementia. Like her and I talking is like you and I talking.
Wow.
She's sharp. She's sharp.
She's sharp.
She's sharp.
You know, that's real.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope, man. That's dope. So I know you draw a lot of inspiration from that as well.
I definitely do.
And I know you're gonna start getting back to where it needs to be as far as the family, as far as traveling and seeing each other.
100%.
Since you just inspired more people than you think just by even speaking on that for sure.
Yeah.
Man. So I appreciate you as always.
Of
Tam.
course,
you know, always,
I like being transparent.
For sure. That's right. Man, that's the only way, right?
Yeah.
Only way.
Yeah.
Did you always feel you was born for this?
I do. 100%. This is my purpose.
Go ahead.
I'm walking in my purpose.
Come on.
Because it's bigger than me.
That's right.
I do what I do not for my attention, not for my clout. I do it to really help other people and to give other people a platform.
That's right.
So I absolutely was born.
Man,
I'm living my purpose, and
that's dope.
whether I switch gears slightly, I'll always be in the entertainment industry in some way, shape, or form.
Some type of way, right?
Yeah.
It evolves. It evolves.
Absolutely.
You know, and I want to speak back to 12 or 13 years when you actually started.
Yes.
Industry's Most Wanted.
Yeah, shout out to Industry's Most Wanted. That's my baby, man. That's my baby.
I'm thinking back at that time. That was originated around that time.
Yes.
I'm thinking about Joe Budden. You know, at first he was naming his podcast, I'll name this podcast later.
Yeah.
But he was one of the first people who to start a podcast.
Yes.
But you've been doing it as well.
Yes.
That is crazy. What are some of the changes you've seen? And we're gonna get into all this. What's some of the changes you've seen since then to now?
You know, when I first started doing it, it was called Industry's Most Wanted Radio because podcasting wasn't a thing then.
Okay.
So I tell people, I'm like, I was podcasting before podcasting was a thing, right?
Right.
So it was Industry's Most Wanted Radio. So it started out as a radio show. I was interviewing stuff, and like just thinking back, like one of my very first interviews I ever did was with Warren G, and that was like such a big deal for me, you know, because I was like, yo, I'm brand new with this, and I reached out to him, and him and I developed like a friendship, and yeah, I was able to. Yeah, that was really dope.
Yeah, that's Warren G. Like, we ain't even gonna make that.
Regulators.
Come on. Mount up. Let's not play with it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So what I've really seen a lot of change is exactly this.
Gotcha.
Like in a beautiful studio set. You have a beautiful setup, by the way.
Thank you,
I love it. Like, it's so beautiful. Back then it was a lot of, you know, just doing it from home, no cameras, just strictly audio. You know what I'm saying? Then of course it evolved into, you know, maybe it was one camera. Now people are doing 2-3 cameras.
That's right.
Now also too, we have social media, and we have YouTube, and we have multiple digital platforms, Spotify and Apple, where we can put our podcast at.
Definitely.
So that's like the biggest positive change that I would say is the fact that there's so many outlets for us to get our podcast out there.
That's a fact.
I love it.
That's a fact. That's dope. Sis.
Yeah.
That's dope,
and I love what you're doing.
Man, I appreciate it, sis. I appreciate that, man. I am drawn from who you are.
I appreciate it.
This is like, I have Industry's Most Wanted, Joe Budden podcast, the greats. Like I study the greats.
Yeah.
Like because you know what they're here for. They're here for a purpose. They're not here for the clout. They really serve. They're really serving a purpose.
100%.
And when you leave Industry's Most Wanted, you're feeling amazing.
I do.
That's a fact. That's a fact. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying I'm saying as the interviewee. When you're leaving, I'm saying, like, you know, when you're leaving Industry's Most Wanted, you're feeling amazing. And if you're in Atlanta and Southeast region and you haven't tapped in yet, I'm not even gonna stop there. If you're in North America, you haven't tapped in yet with Industry's Most Wanted, please do so. Make that a 12-month plan to get down to Atlanta, to this city, to be a part of this podcast. She does it the best. This is the originator. You better get with it, get going. I'm telling you.
Get on board or get left behind. You dig. You double dig. And I appreciate that because honestly, like a lot of people that interview with me come from out of state.
Gotcha. What I know, sis. I'm a fan.
Love that.
So that's a fact. I know that, and I love the fact that you're giving them a voice.
Yes.
It's you know, because it's one thing to have the radio. It's easy to have the radio. To get a voice, get telephone, get on there, but man, to have them come down here and do it.
Yes.
That is, just think about it. People are, all right, either taking off Friday or Monday.
Right.
Get down here, and even on the weekdays, get down here and handling business.
Yes.
That is dope.
It's the ultimate experience.
That is dope.
Yes.
All right, sis, let's take them back before that.
Yeah.
One of your first showcases in Atlanta, you had possibly a top 5 GOAT.
I get chills thinking about it.
Enter in to that showcase to show love. Can you let the fans know who that was?
Shout out to the most legendary Andre 3000, 3 stacks.
Come on, man. Come on.
It was like one of the moments that I'll never forget. And
wow.
He came out just off of love.
Wow.
It wasn't a situation where we paid him to come out.
Right.
He literally came out off of love. And when he came, him and his management didn't want us to let anybody know ahead of time because they didn't want a spectacle.
Right.
We already had the showcase going on. So we're like, okay, cool. The only people I alerted was our security.
Right.
I said, we've got a major celebrity coming through. And they're like, oh, man, get out of here. They didn't believe me. I said, no, he's coming.
Right.
So he shows up and I offered him, like, you want to get in VIP? No. He wanted to be like with everybody. He ordered chicken wings. He was like literally.
That is classic. 3000.
Yeah.
That is so dope. He just in the I want to see
in the mix of everything.
Man, that is
taking
dope.
Pictures with people, doing videos with people, and he was there for a while. It wasn't like he came in for 20 minutes. Like he was there for almost the entirety of the showcase. And what's even funnier is when he got there, we started posting it on our Instagram story. We had one artist, I ain't gonna say who he is. He literally got up out of his bed. He was still in his PJs to come over there.
That's classic.
He rolled up in it because you
Stop
seen
playing.
3 Stacks was
Wow.
there. Yeah, it was probably one of my biggest highlight moments of doing Industry's Most Wanted
Wanted.
showcases.
Wow.
To have 3 Stacks come up in there, it was beautiful.
Sis, what did that do for your overall, like, I know you were somewhere on a level like, okay,
Yeah.
this is what I'm doing, but what did that do for you regarding confidence, everything? Like, okay, all right, I'm retiring tomorrow. That's what, but yeah, like, what did that do?
Really, it really made me feel like I can do anything I
Come on,
want.
that's dope. That's dope.
And
That's
and
dope.
what was so humbling about that,
Right.
Khacki, was I'm not even from the city.
Gotcha.
I'm not even from Atlanta.
You can't tell nobody that.
You know,
Yeah, you are.
I'm from Atlanta now. Atlanta. I'm a Georgia peach.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Atlanta.
That's right.
Big Atlanta.
But yeah,
But
yes, you're right.
at that time, I had only maybe been here within my first year or so.
Right,
So I
gotcha.
was brand new here.
Gotcha.
Brand new doing showcases. And I just want to say thank you to anybody who ever came out and supported, because, like, we used to pack it out.
That's dope.
And
That's
I was,
dope.
you know, and just the fact not being from here.
Right.
And we had one of the biggest, not only Atlanta staple artists, but just in the industry, as a whole. He's
That's
a
top
legend.
5. That's a fact.
To come out, like, that was like, yo, I can do anything I want
Wow,
at this point.
Come on. That's
Because
that's right.
I don't know that I've ever seen him pull up to anybody else's, and that's no shade to anybody
No,
else.
right,
But
right.
I was like, yo, this was really dope.
And sis, like you, big on energy.
Yeah.
You know Andre is too.
Huge.
So you know that's
It
part
was
of the
a
reason.
vibe.
Come on, that's part of the reason.
It was a vibe,
Come on.
and that was the thing, is like, I didn't reach out to them. They came and said, hey, we're coming out.
Wow.
You know,
wow.
because 3 Stacks seen, I guess, what I had going on, and just
That
wanted to
is
come
dope.
show that love. And I was like, yo, it could be tougher as a woman in this industry.
I want to get into all that too.
You
sis, 'cause
know?
I know it can be for sure.
So-
Yeah, go ahead.
But it was very humbling, and honestly, it made me feel like I could do anything. Not that I never felt that, but that was confirmation. I could do whatever I want.
Come on.
Boom.
That's dope.
Boom.
That's dope. Sis. That's right. Sis, you are very driven.
Yes.
Where do you contribute that from?
For my dad.
Come on,
my
man.
dad.
Come
Shout
on.
out to
That's
Fudd
dope.
again, man.
I love it. I
Like,
love it.
you know, Dave
That's
and I
dope.
were talking
Yeah.
about it on the way here. My dad was such a provider, and my dad always taught me, live slightly below your means.
Gotcha.
You know, like, a lot of people, they'll make money, or they'll come into some money, and then
Right.
they start going out and blowing
That's
it.
right.
I like to buy stuff.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? For the line of work I do on film, I got to constantly have new, fresh gear.
Gotcha.
But I don't be shopping at these high-end
sis.
stores.
Come
I'm
on,
a,
sis.
I'm a budget shopper.
Me
You
too,
dig?
sis.
You know what I'm
Come on
saying?
That's
I'll
right,
pay
baby.
$5
Right.
for a
That's
shirt. I
right.
don't care.
That's
You
a
know what I'm
fact.
saying?
That's a fact.
But I really attribute, because I seen
dope.
how hard my dad worked.
Go ahead.
He
Go
was
ahead.
working 50, 60 hours a week to provide for the family, because
Right.
my mom had got sick and couldn't work.
Gotcha.
And just seeing him, you know,
Right.
always investing into his future
That's right.
retirement.
Gotcha.
Man, that to me is really
Wow.
what set me up, because again, I don't have a college degree, you know.
It's not about, and it's not even about that,
No.
though, sis. But because even, world life examples also help too as
Yeah.
well. And it's not about that. The piece of paper just signifies I was able to lock down for 3 or 4 years to do something.
100%.
That's all it is. And that's I ask everybody. I have my bachelor's degree
Yeah.
in business administration. I just learned. All it did was teach me that I can buckle down and put my mind to something for 3 to 4 years.
Absolutely.
It was in marketing, but that did help.
Yeah.
But that's not what it's. You had on the job training with sales and marketing.
Exactly.
That is, you can't.
That was
replace
my
that.
college degree.
That's a
I
fact.
spent
That's a
12
fact.
years
That's a fact.
working with people who taught me
Come
the
on.
ins and
Come on.
outs, and just getting out there doing
That's
it
right.
myself.
That's right.
And just real quickly to speak on that, not that I ever discourage people
Right.
from going to
For sure.
college.
For sure.
Because I wouldn't actually mind going to school just if I could go strictly for a particular trade.
Gotcha.
I don't want to have to do all the extras.
You're right.
So I would be open to that. However, I seen a video, a news clip saying that a lot of these big Fortune 500 companies are now eliminating the fact that you got to have a college degree to work there, because they want to give you on-the-job training and
Absolutely.
teach you their way of
That's
doing
a
it.
fact.
And
That's
I
a
was like,
fact.
I love that.
That is.
I
That's
love
a
that,
fact.
because not everybody can afford to go to college.
That's so true.
You know?
You get out, and 9 times out of 10, you don't work in your field.
Right.
And that goes on for a decade, half a decade to a decade.
Nah, for real.
And then you're like, and you got $120,000 in debt.
Yeah.
And it just sets you up for, okay, all right.
Yes, 100%.
That's a fact. But that's, I'm all for it and I'm not against it, but I'm really even killed with it. I'm just like,
I'm with you on
you know
that.
what I mean? Like, yeah, it's
100%.
like, find your passion
Yeah.
early on. That's what I teach my kids. Find your passion.
And we
now.
got YouTube University.
Come on, that's the #1 university in the world.
I learned so much on YouTube.
That's a fact.
Anything I want to know something about, not even necessarily business. Like if I want to know certain hair care,
come on, that's right.
I'm gonna go to YouTube and look up a video.
Before I go, that's so true.
Yeah.
So true. But that's dope. That's dope, sis.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Let me ask you this. Did you move to New York or?
I didn't, but I worked remotely out of New York.
Gotcha.
With DJ Clue.
Come on, man. Let's speak on that.
That was
That
another
is
big,
crazy.
yeah, man. He's a legend.
Wow.
And I spent 3 years on Desert Storm Radio.
Wow.
Which,
come on, that's dope.
If you not
Come-
familiar
if
with
you ain't
Clue,
about- come on, if you ain't
go
familiar,
and get out the game.
All right, turn this off now. And pause this, open up another link, and do your homework right quick. But no, that's real. Go ahead.
And working with him for 3 years and his team, shout out to C's and DJ Culture, who are also a part of Desert Storm Records, Desert Storm Radio.
Gotcha.
Man, that was beautiful because that helped me by their brand,
Right.
working with Desert Storm Radio and DJ Clue, helped me dive into being able to interview some of the people that I did.
Gotcha.
And connected me with some of the people I did.
Dope.
Because what I would do, this was my tactic. So
Right.
I had a mix show with them. I taught myself how to do all that, right?
Right.
And I was interviewing people, but what I was doing back then, Twitter was real heavy. This is before Instagram, right?
Exactly. Go
So
ahead.
when I was on my show, every time I would play a song, I would tweet it out. I'm now live on DJ Clue's
Gotcha.
Desert Storm Radio.
Okay.
I'm now playing Nipsey Hussle.
Gotcha.
That's how Nipsey Hussle started following me.
Wow.
Missy Elliott. That's how she started following me because they would see week after week that I was playing their records.
Wow.
It was a marketing tactic.
That's smart.
But it worked.
Yes.
You know?
Wow, that's smart. Wow.
And working with him, I did fly up there. We did a mansion party, which
Gotcha.
was really dope.
Dope.
We did that in Jersey.
That's dope.
So, working with Clue and the team was just amazing because they opened a lot of doors for me.
Yes, for sure.
Moving here, and this is going to still
ahead.
lead into that.
Right.
So I moved to Atlanta, right? And I was still working with Clue. Shout out to Rich Black. He was the
Gotcha.
owner of Highly Unique Radio.
Gotcha, for sure.
Still
That's what's
is the
up.
owner.
That's dope.
Is the owner.
Dope.
I had an artist that I was managing at the time, right?
Gotcha.
And this is all still part of the Desert Storm situation.
Right.
I had an artist that I was managing at the time who got booked for an interview on Highly Unique Radio.
Right.
So I was going to go with him. Well, Rich Black already was kind of watching what I was doing because he knows Clue.
Gotcha. Okay.
He pulled up to that station that day
Yeah, gotcha.
to recruit me to be a part of
That's
Highly Unique
crazy.
Radio.
That's crazy.
You know?
Wow.
So I made that transition
Right.
because it made sense for me because I love Desert Storm Radio.
Yep.
I love the opportunity. However, I had to do everything remotely.
Absolutely. It was hard to, felt like I know what you're saying, like everybody's there in the home office.
Exactly.
So definitely.
So I ended up spending 6 years with Highly Unique Radio.
That's dope.
That was
dope.
my home for
That's
a
what's
long
up.
time.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
man. Definitely, man. Staple here. Staple here in
Facts.
the city. Staple.
And it gave me a space to actually come in and be able to bring guests in person.
Right.
In a environment. So, 6 years I spent with them.
Dope.
And but yeah, he took me from Clue.
That's
Shout
what's
out to
up,
Rich
dope.
Black.
That's what's up, right?
He still be
That's
reminding
dope,
me
man.
of that
That's
when I
dope.
talk to him.
right. Man, that's what's up, man. Let's get into your interviews.
Yes.
On the Grind Live podcast.
Yes.
You stated that your favorite interviews were Moneybag Yo,
Yes.
Rico Love,
Yes.
and Racy Lamont.
Yes.
Explain why they were your favorite interviews.
I like being a part of someone's journey
Go ahead.
before they blow up.
Man, that's dope.
Like Moneybag Yo, for
Yeah,
example.
That's crazy.
Before anybody really knew who Moneybag Yo was.
Wow.
He came and sat down with me at Highly Unique Radio.
That's dope. That's dope.
Shout out to
Gotcha.
Moneybag.
That's dope. That's dope.
And he was so cool and humble.
Yeah.
He was, even though he was already blown up in the Memphis market and in
Gotcha.
Tennessee,
Right.
people weren't really familiar with him here yet.
Gotcha.
And same with the other artists.
Right.
Respectively, they were before they're where they're at now.
Right.
And it was just a really dope experience
dope.
because I want to be a part of people's
That's
journey.
right. That's right.
And
I know
that's what I felt like with them because they were very transparent
That's
with
dope.
me. They
That's dope.
opened up to me. And to see where a lot of these artists are now.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know
Go
what I'm
ahead.
saying? It's cool to interview the Warren G's and stuff
Right,
like that,
right.
like I did, and some of the other ones. But I like being a part of people's journey before they blow
Ain't
up.
that something?
Yeah.
That's dope.
And that's what
dope.
I enjoyed about it, because I now see these guys like even Lil Donald.
Gotcha, Lil Donald. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He's really like made a huge name for
dope.
himself.
That's right. Absolutely.
Gosh, Lil Donald used to come perform in my showcases.
Wow.
He'd do flips off the stage and all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. That's dope.
So I like being a part of
their story.
Yeah, like I want to be a part of their journey and see them rise up, because once they get to where like Moneybag is at now,
right.
He don't necessarily need to come sit down with the Tampa Mystic at this point.
They let the music, the J. Cole's, the guys that they let the music do the talking.
Exactly.
And that's what because it's not even about a financial gain for an interview or anything like that.
100%.
They literally, okay, I might do one for this album, one interview,
Right.
That's how it is for sure.
Exactly.
That's how it is, definitely.
So it's like to catch them before they get to that level.
Dope. That's dope.
It's so dope. I love that.
That's what's
and
up.
I want that for every artist. Every artist that I interview, I pray that they make it to that level.
Likewise, I'm telling you, you know the ones even invest in themselves, do these. They are the ones wwho are going to.
Yes.
I'm telling you, and everybody has their journey. You know it, like everybody has their journey. But yeah, definitely, I know. Just hearing you say that, you interview these guys, man, just being a part of their journey, and it's hundreds of more.
Yes.
That that it's not even.
I've done thousands, Khacki. Like I've been interviewing for going on 13 years, and I do on an average, on a slow month, it might be 25 interviews. On a busy month, 50 interviews.
Wow.
Times 12 months in a year times 13 years. I've done thousands of interviews.
Wow.
A lot. I still have a voice. I'm surprised.
Right.
Let me get a sip of water real quick on that note.
On that note, right. Wow, that's something. Let me ask you this. Dating back, can you remember your most introspective interview, like your most heartfelt, your deepest interview you had with somebody?
Gosh, that's a great question, because I've done so many.
Right.
I recently had an interview for the first time that I got emotional and actually cried.
Gotcha.
And it was off of a song.
Wow.
I interviewed an artist, and he had a song that it touched my soul.
Go ahead.
It was just about kind of like stuff that I've been through.
Right.
And I actually cried. I was like, yo, I've never cried on my podcast before.
Wow.
But as far as like somebody that just, I don't know, like,
it's a lot of.
It's hard to say, because I've had so many great ones. Even you,
man, that's dope.
When I sat down and interviewed you, we had a beautiful interview.
Conversation for sure.
People like, and I just want to say this and just pay homage and give you your flowers. It's people like you that motivate me. Man, sis. Sitting down with someone like you, it was so professional. It was like a breath of fresh air, because I'm not gonna lie, some of the people, and obviously I would never throw names out there.
I know.
But some of these people, it's difficult to interview them because they have a sense of arrogance about themselves.
It is.
They need to humble themselves.
And I actually asked you that too.
Yeah.
Because I'm a student. Everywhere I go, I'm a student. And I was like, when I met you, I was like, Tim, have you ever dealt with anybody who just like energy was bad? You was like, oh no, a few times I had to let somebody
I had to
like,
send a couple people out.
Wow.
And the other thing too, some of these artists will come through, and y'all gotta stop popping them pills, man.
Wow.
I just want to say that real quick.
Please, sis, please.
Because I interviewed an artist who was heavily on the pills, and he actually ended up losing his life because of it. And that made me sad, because we had a great interview, but I knew he was on them pills.
Gotcha.
And he ended up losing his life, overdosed. And I've had artists that'll come through, and they're just so high out of their mind, like they're like literally foaming at the mouth. And
I know. I know.
It's almost sad.
It is. This, what I'm learning, and I know I'm going to have to learn even more, is that this image, this clout, it's dangerous.
It is.
It's dangerous.
It is. It's almost like a drug itself. Clout is like a drug.
It is the biggest drug.
Yeah.
And they will take it and run with it on video. They have to be a certain way. The cameras go off. They're not even that person again. Like, wait a minute, what just happened? It's a facade that can run you to the ground.
Yes.
But
or take your life.
Take your life.
It's sad, and I'm a big advocate for mental health.
Yes.
I talk about it every interview that I do now.
That's right.
Not to get off of the subject, but
I respect that.
Every interview, only because I have a lot of my own past traumas that I'm still dealing with.
That's right.
And this year I told myself 2024, I'm getting therapy.
Gotcha.
Because I have stuff that I talk about that still makes me super emotional.
Gotcha.
That I feel like I need to handle it now.
Gotcha.
I'm talking dating back to my teenage years of stuff that happened to me.
Understand.
That still like bothers me and I carry with me. Yeah. But I say all that to say this mental health it's real.
Yes, it is.
People cope with it in different ways. Some of them start popping them pills.
That's a fact.
Go get counseling or therapy before you think about putting them pills in your body or drinking that lean and all that.
I hope y'all hearing this for sure.
I'm not trying to, throw shade at nobody. I just want to see everybody live a full life.
That's right. No, you're not throwing shade. You're being honest.
Yeah.
And you care.
I do care.
Like, that's you. And actually, through research prior to the veterinarian, you also wanted to be a nurse.
I did.
That's who you naturally are, sis.
I did. Absolutely.
You care for people.
You couldn't tell me that I wasn't going to be.
You care for people. That's just who you are. That's a fact.
So a lot of people don't know this. Also, too, in my career path,
right.
I worked for a chiropractor and I did physical therapy for 2 years.
Gotcha.
That was also something that I learned on the job.
Gotcha.
The chiropractor, shout out Dr. Lichter. Shout out Dr. Lichter. He taught me, I literally, if you injure yourself, you go get physical therapy. I was the person doing the physical therapy with the clients.
That's right.
And man, that was so rewarding for me.
Come on.
Because
that's right.
Now that I'm that person who had to go through physical therapy, I have a respect for it.
Go ahead. That's right.
So it's like I've always had that. I want to help people and take care of people. And I think that's why I love what I do, because I'm constantly helping people to potentially take them to the next level.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And sis, let me tell you something. What I learned about this is even this is therapy.
Yeah, it is.
For on both ends. It's like, because you even you saying that. So one thing is bottled up emotions.
Yes.
That's dangerous.
I have a lot of that.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
But the fact that a lot of people can't, what we're doing is different.
Yeah.
Like literally being vulnerable.
Yes.
To the world. That's different. That's scary. But doing it is like the cameras, you're like, I needed that.
Exactly.
And
that's why I was looking forward to this so much today.
Gotcha.
Because I don't often tell my story.
That's right. I understand.
There's a lot of stuff about me that people don't know that I don't mind them knowing. I'm like I told you, I'm an open book. You can ask me whatever you want because I want to be transparent.
For sure.
People know I'm human just like everybody else.
For sure.
I don't try to be superhuman.
That's right.
I cry on a drop of a dime. I'm emotional.
That's right. You see, I did too.
Yeah.
For sure. That's real.
I think to me that we're human. We're supposed to be emotional. If you can't show it sometimes, then I don't know, you're an alien.
That's the real trauma.
Yeah, it's just that's the real trauma.
That's a fact.
Because that's how you're able to, I think, cope with it, is being able to understand the fact that I got traumas and I got stuff I'm dealing with. So
true.
I get anxiety.
That's right.
That's why I don't go out a lot, because it gives me anxiety.
Same here. Y'all please come to me, please.
That's how I feel. Come sit down in my home, like my home base, because that's my comfort zone.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And your element better than anyone else.
Absolutely.
That makes perfect sense. And that's how I am as well. We've done that.
Because you and I are similar age brackets. I'm slightly your elder, but
we know we've done that.
Yeah,
we've been there.
I have no desire.
Okay.
For what?
For what?
Because back in the day when I used to go to the club, when I was like, we started going to the clubs early, but I'll say in our 20s, when we would go, me and my homegirls, it was fun. We would dance all night. Now people, they don't do that no more. It's all about, on their phones.
Posting, looking,
sections, bottles. I don't care about none of that stuff.
It's a whole bunch of stunting, putting on.
Nah, for people that don't even care about you.
Absolutely.
It's weird to me.
It's very weird.
And it's a big waste of money.
If you really break down, it's very weird.
It is very weird. And social media is the same way.
Gotcha.
People put on this facade for a bunch of people that don't care about them. Them people don't care about you.
Wow.
Trust me, they don't care about you. They only want to tear you down.
Wow.
Because
you're saying something. Speak on that. It's tough out here.
It is. And one thing that I've really learned to do on social media is I stay very neutral.
Explain.
I stay neutral because there's a lot of topics that I wouldn't mind chiming in on, but I refrain only because I know, like the old saying is, it's going to open a can of worms
Gotcha.
that I don't want to deal with.
Yes.
For example, I had commented on one of the president's post about something. Man, for hours people were coming for me. My whole timeline, people were coming for me to the point where I ended up finally deleting the comment. Because I don't want it to me. That's just negativity on my timeline. When I'm looking at my notifications and people are coming for me, I didn't want to deal with that. So I try to stay neutral. I'll still chime in on some stuff, but I do it more on a positive note.
I got you. I know what you're saying. I do. No.
People be trolling.
It's people want to be seen. People want to be seen.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about your comment.
Nah, for real.
It's just that your comment probably got a lot of traction, and they wanted to be a part of that traction.
Exactly.
That's clout.
It's clout.
That's dangerous. That's the clout we're talking about.
Nah, for real.
That's what it is. Jump on this train. Let me be a part of this. Okay, that was my, like we said, feel good about myself.
Because I'll never do that.
I got you.
I stand on that. Like I stand on business.
Come on now. But I don't know if this was a real quote or a Drake quote, but Drake said, a wise man once said nothing at all.
Yes.
I live by that. I live by that.
That is the truth. Not everything deserves a response. Oftentimes, or a majority of the time, when people are coming for you or whatever, you just leave it right there.
Right there.
Just leave it alone, because when you feed back into it,
they love it. They love it. They love it.
At this point in my life, I'm so I don't want to be confrontational, especially with people I don't know on a platform that I'll probably never meet these folks.
That's a fact.
Wasted
energy.
Wasted energy. Right? I'm huge on energy.
That's right.
That's another reason why I don't go out to a lot of places, because when you walk into a room, think about how many different types of energies are in there. Someone brushes up against you with that negative energy. Energy can be transferred.
That's a fact. It always is transferred.
It never can be destroyed. It can be transferred.
Wow.
So you have to be mindful of the places you put yourself in, because you don't want to take that home with you. Your home is your peace of mind.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Man, I respect that. I respect that, sis. I respect that. Man, let me ask you this. Being in hip hop, who did you always want to go see perform? That you never got that chance to do?
Gosh, Snoop for real.
Yeah, right. If you can see him without smoking.
He be crip walking. Dave swear he can crip walk.
That's what's up.
About to rip the headphones out.
Yeah, definitely.
Always been a fan of Snoop. But I did get to see a couple of the people that I felt like were legends in my time. I got to see the Ghetto Boys.
Dope, classic.
I got to see Too Short.
Classic.
I got to see Slick Rick.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But then taking it because I'm a real Florida chick, even though I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah, right.
I'm Florida to heart.
Right.
Like one of my first concerts I ever went to was Two Live Crew.
Classic.
Man, they were some of the originators of the booty clapping music.
That's a fact.
You couldn't tell me I couldn't twerk back then. The whole booty clap, cheeks flying.
And you notorious being in Florida prior to moving here, coming back for Freaknik.
No.
You always used to come back for these.
Listen, I got to experience the real Freaknik in the 90s.
Different.
That was what made me fall in love with Atlanta. And I always pay homage to that. And I tell people a lot because, me and my homegirl, Delina, shout out Delina. Shout out Delina. Her dad had a truck. I think it was like a Ford F-150 or something.
Right.
We would get in his truck and we would drive up here, just her and I. And what was so dope about coming up here back in the 90s, we never felt unsafe as two young females coming up here by ourselves. Like, we never felt like guys were trying to, harm us or push up on us too. It was all in
90s.
fun.
Yes, that was the
no
fun.
Guns.
Yes, that's what I grew up in. That part of that 90s Atlanta.
I love it.
It was different.
It was different.
I mean, the 96 Olympics wouldn't have come here.
Right.
If it would, you know what I mean? Like if it wasn't.
Exactly.
100%. Yeah, that's real. That's a fact.
And that's really what made me fall in love with the city, because I love the culture.
That's right.
I love the culture of everything about, and of course it's been a pivotal part of hip hop for many years.
For sure. That's right.
But just coming here and the whole experience of it. And I remember also too, like seeing the brick homes. We don't really have brick homes in Florida.
Gotcha.
And I was like, yo, those are so beautiful.
Gotcha.
Like I just loved it.
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
shout out to Atlanta.
I love it. Tampa, dating back a year.
Yes.
2023 January to December.
Yes.
What's something you learned about yourself?
Oh gosh. I learned that I had some slight toxic traits.
Gotcha.
When it comes to me being a female in a relationship.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
It took me, I'm very transparent. I'm 49 years old.
I respect that.
I'm 49, and it took me, I think, this entire lifespan to realize that I had to change some of my ways if I'm going to make not just things work for myself, but in a relationship as well.
I got you.
I used to, and I have a video clip. I haven't posted it yet, but I'm gonna post it because I was talking about it in one of my interviews.
Gotcha.
I used to be that female that would only listen to respond, not listen to understand.
Oh. Just looking. This look is for everybody. Sis, you're saying something. That is beautiful to even recognize that. Wow.
It took me a long time, and it took me almost like losing things in my life to make me realize how important it is for me to tighten up. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like on certain things, because women are very emotional.
Yes.
And I'm in a point in my life. We ain't even got to get too deep, but I'm in a point in my life where I'm going through some female changes, which can cause mood swings and irritability and them hot flashes.
I understand.
That's something fairly newer for me.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, I contribute some of it to that, but I also contributed to the fact of I've hung on to some past traumas, like losing my mother.
Gotcha.
Was so difficult, right? Yeah. That it was affecting me like mentally and anxiety. Like I was snapping quick at certain things.
I got
you. And taking it out on people who didn't deserve it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So that the biggest thing I learned about myself was I just had to change some of my ways personally that I felt like I didn't want to change, that I knew I needed to change.
Gotcha.
But I feel better now. Coming into 2024,
come on.
I feel like I'm another person now.
Man, that's dope.
I really feel like I'm just another person. Like I've grown a lot in 1 year.
Gotcha. My brother.
Yeah.
His name?
Shout out to Dave Skills.
Dave, bro. Energies.
Yes.
That's a good brother.
I love him.
That's a good brother.
I love him. He changed my life. He changed my life. I attribute that to him. He changed my life because not everything's always perfect in anything, relationships, business, whatever, but he made me a better person.
How long have y'all been knowing each other?
6 years. We've been together 6 years.
That's dope.
A long time.
That's dope.
A long time. And we knew each other for a little bit before that in the music industry.
Right.
But it was not long after we really got to know each other that we started dating. And 6 years later, here we are. And he changed my life.
Gotcha.
He was there for me through some hard times when I lost my mom. Yeah. Lost my cats. That was devastating for me. I had two. They were like my babies. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lost one of my best friends. Long live Coco Mika. Damn. Like he's been there, but he was that person. I had a 12-year relationship before that I felt like it was just there almost for the convenience factor because I was young and I just wanted someone in my life.
Gotcha. I know what you're saying.
And it drew out way too long.
I know what you're saying.
But I'm a totally different person now.
Right.
And Dave has really made me a better person. Made me really understand some of the things in my life that I needed to change to save our relationship, to make things good, so we can take things to that next level. You know
what keeps me humble?
Yeah.
In a relationship, when it gets crazy, when he does all this, if I walked out here, locked these doors, got in a car accident, and lost my lower limbs, my wife would take care of me.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Isn't that some humble?
That's an unconditional love.
You know what I mean?
Unconditional.
So it keeps me very humble in my thought process of marriage is duty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's duty.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get to that too, y'all. We gonna skip on that. We gonna get on that. It's duty, man. So it never stops.
Yeah.
When you perform less, expect less to happen.
Absolutely.
You have to keep it fresh. But yeah, I'm just saying, just to say that y'all are on to something, man. Y'all both very, very busy individuals.
Yes.
How do y'all make time to keep that fresh as y'all doing right now? You know, like how do y'all keep that going?
Well, you know, I'm a very transparent person, right? When we came into the relationship, and this is for any women out there, I want to talk to the women right now. I was single for 8 years.
Gotcha.
I took an 8-year break. I dated here and there,
Gotcha.
but nothing worth mentioning.
That's right. Right.
When we got together, I was so excited about our relationship that I was almost overbearing, like I was requiring too much time.
Gotcha.
But it took me to understand that I can't do that. You can't, like women and women are very different.
That's right. That's right.
So I say to the ladies out there, figure out that work-life balance.
That's right.
Now I've got my own podcast studio that keeps me busy.
Right.
When I'm not there, I do stuff from home. I do, virtual work from home. So it took me to keep myself equally as busy to do that work-life balance, but we always still make time for each other. At night, we sit down and we watch a movie together,
That's dope. Shout out to that, y'all. That's dope. That's dope.
But the other thing too is I grew from that as well, because I feel like earlier on I was almost expecting too much time.
Gotcha.
But now I'm at a point where I love them, but I want that me time.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like
absence makes the heart grow fonder.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And yeah, go ahead. So what up?
I think the walks, nature walks.
Oh yeah, so
dope.
yeah, we walk together a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Like that's something that I always had a passion for.
Gotcha.
When we started dating, he started doing it with me.
Gotcha. That's dope. That's
A lot
dope.
of couples go out to spend time with each other to spend money.
To spend financial, bro,
Right.
that's so
the
true.
only time they can spend time with each other.
Bro, you saying something.
We go hiking
Bro,
and
that's so
stuff like
true.
that together.
A walk.
Now you got a real
I needed that,
conversation.
brother. Thank you.
Yes.
I needed that.
Yes.
All of that.
Bro,
And
I needed that.
I was watching a video. I want to say it was maybe J. Cole recently, very recently, and he was talking about the different waves of relationships. In the beginning, you're in that honeymoon phase.
That's right. That's a fact.
There's
That's
a
right.
whole lot of,
So true.
going
That's
on.
right.
That's what your relationship is based on in the beginning, because you don't really know that
that's
person.
right.
So the only thing you really have in common is sex,
That's right. That's right.
just keeping it G.
Right.
But once you get to know that person and you fall in love with them,
Come on.
that part is still there, but it's not the top priority anymore.
It's not.
Intimacy
It's not.
is so much deeper than that.
So true.
It's so much deeper than that. And I think the J. Cole video, I want to say it was J. Cole, he was talking about how once you get to a certain point in your relationship, you almost have to rekindle it and almost fall in love again.
That's right.
Because, sometimes you start growing apart. That just happens.
That's just normal.
That's just normal.
It's like, it could be anything from a new job that has this certain, you're going into that changes. Life is just, man.
Life be lifing.
Life be lifing. That's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true. And you find ways. You have to find ways
to rekindle that flame
That's a
again.
fact.
And
That's so true.
Like I told Dave, I said this year, like something we haven't done. Like we went out of town for my birthday a couple times.
Gotcha.
So we went out of town on business.
Right.
But we haven't actually done like a vacation.
Gotcha.
I said we're doing that this
That's
year.
right. That's dope. That's
Because
dope,
we got to
y'all.
make that
That's dope.
time.
That's
Because we
what's up.
both are
That's dope.
hustlers.
That's
We
right.
both work a lot.
That's right.
So it's like we haven't taken that, let's go on a vacation, even if it's just for a weekend.
Right.
It ain't got to be a whole week.
That's right.
Because we got work to do.
Come on, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Entrepreneurship. That's right.
So it's like I can't afford to take a whole week off, but we haven't done that. So I think adding things in there like that is what kind of keeps the excitement going in a relationship. It's no different than business. Adding new stuff to what you do keeps the excitement there.
Definitely.
It's not redundant anymore.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's life. I respect that.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: January to December 2023.
Yeah.
What's something you learned about those? And you're around a lot of people. What's something you learned about those around you?
Oh gosh. It's really hard to depend on people because oftentimes people, I have big energy.
Yes.
I have huge energy.
Right.
And it's hard to find people that match that.
Gotcha.
I've been working on building a team for a very, very, very long time.
Gotcha.
For a long time. I think it's locked. I've been working on building a team for a long time, right? So it's hard to find people that are going to see your vision the way you do. For a long time, I felt like, why would you not see what I
I'm
got.
doing.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
what I got
For
going
a
on.
long, long time. But it's like, it took me to go through a few people of them falling off to make me understand not everybody's gonna see my vision the way I do.
Come on, that's a fact. And I know you wanted to expand on the team.
Right.
Is it, because I know, it's, you want, I saw a previous interview saying, like, hey, I want to build a network, so where industry's most wanted, I don't always have to be the face.
100%.
I can be, in a sense, like how a Big Facts is, how they're doing things.
Yes.
It's tough trying to find like-minded individuals to
100%. Because I've had a couple co-hosts.
Gotcha. I didn't know that.
Shout out to them.
Gotcha. I didn't know that.
I ain't gonna say their names, but
Gotcha.
But again, like I'm very professional.
Right.
Like even I was telling Dave before we came here, I was like, I gotta leave early because I want to be on time.
Gotcha.
I don't like.
That's right.
I don't like tardiness.
Come on.
I'm
That's a fact.
punctual. I'd rather get there early and wait than be late and like now I'm stressing you out because you might have other interviews and stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So
that makes sense. That's the
it's tough, and that's something that I dealt with is just people didn't take it as seriously as I did because it's my business.
Wow.
But I have 2 assistants now.
That's right.
They're
That's what's
doing
up.
amazing.
That's what's up.
They're
That's dope.
young.
That's right.
Wanting to learn about the business.
Sponges.
Like I was telling him yesterday, they sharp.
Gotcha.
They
That's right.
sharp.
Yeah,
You know
some
what I'm saying?
sponges.
Like
Yeah,
they on
soaking up
point
all the
with
knowledge.
it.
That's right.
Exactly.
For sure.
So it's like it's almost like refreshing now because I was doing everything myself.
Gotcha.
Literally everything. And now I can kind of breathe a little bit.
Gotcha.
Because they're there to help me with the flow of, the interviews. Because I do multiple in a day. I stack them up.
Exactly.
Now we're doing the in-studio live performances, stuff like that.
That's dope. How's that going? How's that going too? Yes,
Bro, we did 3 of them yesterday.
That's dope.
And
That's
it was
dope.
it's been going good.
That's good. That's
something
good.
I've been wanting to do.
Right.
Because it's like, again, like I said earlier, you got to get on board or get left behind.
That's right. That's a fact.
And that's something a lot of these artists want because we're in a content era, right?
That's
what we're doing
true.
right now.
That's
We're
a
creating
fact. That's
content.
right, for sure.
So it's like you have to be innovative.
That's right.
I'm not the first person that started it.
Gotcha.
But I'm doing it now.
That's right,
Because
for sure.
it's a demand for it.
That's a fact. You get with it or get left behind.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
yeah.
That's true.
You
the
have
wheel,
to.
Yeah, the wheel didn't start off perfectly round.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's so true.
And
so true.
shout out to my business partner, the biggest OG Bigga Rankin.
Man.
That's
Come on,
you
man.
know, like
Come on.
gosh, that's
Speak on him.
he's
Speak on the relationship. Speak on everything he's been, mentor, friend, everything. Speak on it.
he's my OG.
That's dope.
He's my best friend.
Come on, man. That's dope.
You know,
That's dope. That's
he
dope.
is my business partner.
Yeah.
Bigga has taught me. Gosh, I've learned a lot on my own because I'm that type of person that I'll go out there and learn. But I've learned so much from Bigga.
Wow.
Bigga's like. I can't. It's like it's so much that I can't even sum it up in our conversation.
Gotcha. Wow.
Bigga teaches me a lot. He's had my back through everything.
Gotcha.
He's the only person that I'll do certain things with. Like we do the artist showcases.
Right.
Bigga's the only person I'll do that with.
Gotcha.
Because I trust him.
Go ahead. That's where it starts.
There's
That's right.
people out here that they'll steal from you.
Wow.
They'll overbook.
Gotcha.
We ain't trying to book 50 artists.
Gotcha, right.
Who
I
wants
see
to
what
sit
you're
through
saying.
50 artists? We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
How's it even possible? About 7-8 hours in there, right?
Right.
Jeez, but no, that makes sense.
And I'm inspired by Bigga because Bigga's gonna be 62. I think 62 years old
That's
this year.
dope.
He's
That's
an
what's up.
true OG.
Gotcha. Yeah.
He's on dialysis 3 days a week.
Okay.
He sits on that machine 12 hours a week
Jeez.
and outworks everybody I know.
Wow.
That's motivated. That
Wow.
to me says,
Come on.
get up off your behind and get to
on.
it, man.
You saying
Like
something right
no
there.
excuses.
You saying something?
No excuses.
Wow.
Like Bigga always says, stop pointing the finger, start pointing the thumb.
That catch.
Take accountability.
Wow.
You know, and I think about that stuff like,
And that just even you speaking on that, it just goes right back to what you were just saying. But accountability is so major in life.
it is.
Like it's 0.1, 3 coming right back at you.
3
But that's
coming
so
right
true.
back at
So
you.
true.
And that was, again, that was me. Like there were
Gotcha.
often times where I wouldn't take that accountability, and I can admit to that now.
Gotcha.
You know, I would always want to blame other people for why my stuff wasn't the way it should be.
Gotcha.
It's my fault.
Gotcha.
No one's standing in my way but me.
Come on, that makes. But
You know?
we spoke early, heavy as the head.
Yeah.
You gotta take it if it's a loss or if it's a W.
Facts.
That's a fact.
And
It's just-
but it's all lessons
That's
though.
right.
We
That's
ain't
so
taking
true.
no loss.
No
They all
losses.
lessons,
Just lessons.
for me.
Respect.
You know what I'm
That's dope.
saying?
That's
So,
dope.
you know, I shout out to the OG man because he's my business partner.
right.
We got got to throw it out there. We got a beautiful studio together called Creative Media Zone over in Norcross.
Yes. What's coming out of creative media besides Industry's Most Wanted?
So we got Industry's Most Wanted, which is my baby, my
Come on
podcast.
now.
We turning 13 soon.
That's dope. That is dope.
I've got my radio station, the Hype 87.3, which I launched back in 2020. It's been doing well.
That's what's up. That's dope.
Bigga's got his Traveling from the Basement there.
Classic.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
If y'all
what's
ain't
up.
been to the basement, you're missing out.
Come on.
And then he has his podcast, My Life, My Story.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Didn't know that too. Okay, dope. Okay.
So one thing that when we got that place together, we said that we wanted every inch of that space to make money.
That's right.
Make it make sense.
Come on, that's right.
You know what I'm
Respect
saying?
that.
Like it costs a lot of money to run our business every month.
It costs money
it's not
to make
cheap.
money. That's a fact.
Facts.
That's a fact. And that's why you want people that's with you to respect what we got going on.
Right.
If you're going to co-host, you're going to do this, respect
Fact.
what we got because it costs so much money. That's so true.
Yeah, and,
That is true.
and time is something we never can get back. That's why I say I like to be punctual and on time, because
right.
if I show up 30 minutes late, to me that's disrespectful to you.
It's true. It's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
It's true.
So it's like I'm big on stuff like
Gotcha.
that. You know, that business
No, that's
mind.
right. That's in a prior military. They say, if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. That's just a fact. You know
Right. That's what I told him. I said, we leaving at 10:45.
No, and you make sure and you let me know too. Like,
I hit you up and said, I'm walking out the
Respect.
door.
That's respect.
You know,
That's
because
how you
I
do
like
it.
that line of communication
That's right,
too.
for sure,
It's
for sure.
important because, this city, it could say 45 minutes, but it could end up being an hour 15.
It's so true. So true.
You just never know
That is so true.
what the traffic may be
That's
looking
so
like
true.
at any given time or whatever.
That's so true.
But I love this city.
Man, speaking on riding down the highway, you in your car riding down the highway, no music on. What is Tampa thinking about?
That's my venting place.
I know
Because
it
that's
was.
my safe space. Nobody hears me. Dave will tell you I be cussing everybody out on the road. Yeah, I ain't gonna say it on here because it'll be real disrespectful.
Right.
But that's my space. Like when I drive, oftentimes I don't have music on because I listen to it so much being in this
Gotcha.
industry.
Absolutely.
But that's my like space where I have my thoughts.
That's right.
That's where I talk to myself.
That's right.
Bro, I talk to myself a lot.
Co-
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm self-motivating.
Man.
But I also, that's like, if I got stuff on my mind, being in my car, that's when I vent to myself. Because there's not many people on this earth that I'll tell certain things to because it might go on to the
You're
next
saying
person.
something.
Yeah, we all need someone to vent to.
But no, you're saying something, and this is how, and I say this, man, I can't wait till this comes back 5-10 years. When's the last time anybody in this room screamed? Watch this. Now watch this. Every week in my car,
You scream?
I
You got to get it out.
feel amazing afterwards.
I'm going to scream on the way home. Just plug your ears.
I'm being honest, I'm being truthful. Just one large,
You have to let it out.
and it just, that's what life can do to you.
No, for real.
It's like
'Cause
going
it
to the
builds
gym
up.
it's like going to the gym and hitting a heavy bag. It's the same thing. Going to the gym, hitting the weights, it's the same thing.
Gym is more of a mental therapy
It
for
is.
me than anything.
Oh, come on, that's a fact.
Yeah.
I start my morning off every day.
Yeah.
No less than 35 minutes on elliptical, push-ups. You have to, we was talking about you have to be physically sharp and mentally sharp.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, go ahead.
When's the last time you ran full speed?
Sit. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. My son Xavier, he still want to get out there for mailbox.
Boy, we
but I
was just
can't
talking about my sciatica hurts.
Well, I forgot. A guy on air, he said, man, what's the last time you jumped? Think about it. What's the last time you jumped? But I'm saying, like, it's real, bro.
Boy, I be afraid of my knees. From knees be hurting, bro.
That's real, though.
Like, my
but
feet
no,
hurt.
you're saying something. You're saying something, like, as far as the running. What's the last time you ran? Like,
I can't do it. My body be hurting.
it's real, though. Like, man,
I never understood that when I was younger. Like
Go
when
ahead.
my mom would be talking about my hip hurts, my knees hurts. I'm like, listen, I'm at my age now. I'm like, everything hurts. I get it.
Right
You
now.
get out of bed and we have to stretch. We be doing yoga and stuff. You have to like do that
That's
type
a
of stuff,
fact. That's
or
a
you gonna
fact.
injure yourself.
You will.
Pull a muscle,
right
be
now,
hurting.
Right now in this position. I'm just gonna shake you guys' hand, let you, because I'm gonna be here for about 30 minutes afterwards.
Like I can't get up.
I can't get up. That's all I got.
Right.
But no, that's real. But you do respect it.
Nah,
you
for
gain
real.
the respect for it after a while. You
Absolutely.
do. That's a fact.
100%. It's crazy.
Sis, while we're on age, fill in the blank for your fans. The older I get, the less I
tolerate the BS.
Come on. Come on.
I'm so at peace. I don't have time for it. Peace of mind. My peace of mind is priceless. That's why I said on social media, I stay neutral, because even that type of stuff will stress you out. The older I get, the less I deal. Like I told you, my granny, who's 99,
yes,
she said she don't let stuff stress her out. That's how she's 99 years old and still living. Wow. Stress will kill you.
Yes, it will.
It will kill you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's what's up, man. Let me ask you this. What's up? You left or right-handed? I'm
right-handed.
Gotcha. So your fans would have never known that. They would never know that. That's what's up. Definitely. Let me ask you, what's a good habit you have?
I really take pride in like taking care of myself.
Gotcha. That's dope. That's
especially the older I get.
Gotcha. That's dope.
You know,
that's
like
dope.
I'm not the fittest person in the world, but I'm at the gym 4 days a week.
That's dope. And people can't say that. That's dope. That's dope.
8 years ago, I went vegan.
Gotcha. Wow. Come on. Let's talk about that. What is that? Okay. All right.
That was a journey. That was a journey. I now, probably in the last maybe 2 years, I incorporated some like salmon and some chicken back in my diet.
Gotcha.
But being a vegan, I lost 63 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on.
A lot of weight. Shout out to my homie. His name is Salute. He's a fitness trainer. He trained Bigga.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
He was the one that introduced me. Between him and Murphy Lee from the Lunatics, they introduced me to veganism.
Well, I saw a podcast of him speaking on that too. That's dope. Okay, gotcha.
Because him and his wife used to talk to me about it a lot.
Gotcha. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the most important things to me is just taking care of myself. Because like I told you, I lost my sister. She was 41. She passed to cancer, but she didn't take care of herself.
Gotcha.
You know, she had high blood pressure. She was overweight.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, that's important to me. I'm 49. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I feel like I'm at that halfway point because I will live to be 100.
Come on, sis.
I'm claiming it. I'm manifesting it.
Come on.
But that comes with me taking care of myself.
That's right. That's so true.
And not letting myself get stressed out.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And having a good partner.
Come on, man. That's right. Shout out. That's what's up. Definitely. What's a bad habit you may have?
What's a bad habit I have? I'm going to ask him that.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it, man. Schedule interruption starts right now. But yeah, like these are the questions I'm starting to ask at the top of this year.
I like that because it's very challenging. Yeah. Because oftentimes people don't want to admit to that type of stuff.
And because you are a leader, people are watching. A bad habit I have still. I drink. Not as much as I used to in the military, not nearly.
Yeah.
I used to smoke Black & Milds. It was a bad habit I had. I stop it now. If I'm out and about, may smoke one or two, but that's a bad habit I had.
Understood.
For sure.
And speaking on that, when I went vegan, I stopped drinking too.
Gotcha.
I haven't drank liquor in like 8 years.
Wow.
Because just real quickly, I host a lot of events and stuff. Yes. I used to be in there throwing them down.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I can't be the host of this and I'm in here all intoxicated. It's it's unattractive.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I just stopped. So we'll sip wine every now and again, but I haven't drank liquor. Wow. So I think one of my bad habits was honestly something that I've been working on. Like I told you, like some of that toxic energy that was affecting me and our relationship. But I'm working on that though.
I respect
It's important to me.
That's right. And you said something right there. It's important to you.
Yeah.
What is not important, you'll continue to
continue to do
the
it.
blame on others. That's so true. I respect that.
Absolutely.
I respect that.
Yeah. So that's something I'm really working on. Is just like I said earlier, listening to understand rather than listening just to respond. That was me. Like I would be quick to be
did you even hear me?
Yeah. Right. You wouldn't even finish your sentence, and I'm coming at you.
Right.
And I could admit that now.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't have admitted that before.
Gotcha.
But now I see it and understand that and like, okay, that was a bad habit of mine, just having some of that toxic energy.
I see. That makes sense.
And I think a lot of women go through that, because we've been hurt.
That's so true.
We've been cheated on. We've been maybe abused.
That's so true.
and we have our guard up.
That's
you know,
right.
I know you feel me, sis,
That's
right?
right.
Like
That's
we
so true.
go through that stuff.
Man.
But as we get older and we get into a good situation,
Right.
we can't carry what happened from that ugly situation into a new one because it's going to ruin it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you never get rid of the, I say the scars. You never get rid of the scars.
Yeah.
You never get, but all, what's that expression? The life doesn't get harder. I just get better at it.
There you go.
know what I mean?
That's
like,
facts.
I just get better at it.
Man.
So that's life.
Yeah.
Like stuff I went through in the military, man. Like, yeah, that's why this drink right here is right beside me. And I'm just being real. Like some things just never leave you.
Yeah.
But you just master it a little bit better.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And doing stuff in moderation.
That's right. So true.
Because
so true.
we eat peanut butter cookies
Come on
and
now.
that's our fave.
Right.
He's the baker of the
Gotcha.
house.
Okay, dope.
He's the baker.
That's dope.
He's
That's dope.
better than me
That's
at that.
right.
I admit that. He bakes better than me.
Right.
But it's like we do it in moderation.
Gotcha.
Like we used to eat out a lot. Now we don't even barely do that anymore.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's where it
that
starts.
was a bad habit.
That's a quick bad habit.
He would say, we're privileged. We can eat out. I'm like, what?
That's real.
But
That's real.
we started noticing we both was putting on a few extra pounds that we didn't want.
Gotcha.
And not to mention it gets expensive.
That's right. For
You
sure.
know, so we've been definitely working on
Gotcha.
that for
I
sure.
respect that. That's dope.
And it has to be a team thing.
It does. When one
Yes.
is doing it, oh man, that's your partner. You got
Yes.
it has to go.
Yes.
That's a fact. It has to go hand in hand.
Yes.
That's so true. So true. In this life, do you think you're misunderstood as a person?
I would say only about maybe 20%.
Gotcha.
Because I'm very transparent about who I am.
Gotcha.
Like I told you, I'm an open book.
Right.
I want people to know who I am as a person. Like people see me as a radio personality and a podcaster,
Right.
but I'm a real person.
Come on. Do you, as a radio personality in this music industry, do you still believe like all this? Do you still believe it's about the art?
I do.
Right. In
I
totality.
do.
I know you
But
do.
as
You're
a
here
whole,
for it. Right.
No.
Sis.
I think because something else I've been talking about a lot is a lot of the music coming out I refer to as low vibrational music.
Wow.
We need to get back. You and I, again, we kind of in the same
come on.
age bracket. Like that 90s, early 2000, man, that was feel-good
Something
music.
Different. Something different.
You know,
Made you feel.
it had substance.
That's so true.
You know, and I feel like now because of, it's a bittersweet because now we have like DistroKid and TuneCore and, all the other ones that are out there. Anybody can put music out.
So true.
You know what I'm saying? For $30 a year, you can release as many songs as you want. Back in the day, like you had to have a real budget to press up CDs or actually get vinyl and put it in the stores. Distribution was different back then. So I think it weeded out the people who were serious about it versus who were not. Now you get artists who don't even get their song mixed and they're putting it out. It's like, bruh, are you, like it's degrading to the culture.
Come on, that's a fact.
You know?
That's a fact.
And then they come to people like you and I, be like, check out my record. I don't
Check
want to
out my
listen to
record.
that. No. You know, and I don't try to throw shade, but
I have a standard. You have a standard.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's not even shade. Like, no. Like, what do we?
and let me throw this in
Go
there
ahead.
real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
So I have a show. I'm a radio personality on an FM station,
Go ahead.
right?
Go ahead.
You know how many artists don't have a clean version to their record? They'll say, oh, can you play my song? Well, send me the clean version. Oh, I ain't got one. Then that's not your single.
Wow.
If you put a song out and you say that's
that was
your
a bar.
single, you need to have a full DJ service pack.
Explain to the fans and artists watching this the full DJ service pack.
So you got to have a clean version, a dirty version, an instrumental, and an acapella.
Wow.
Now, you want to also, to take it a little further, have a clean and dirty with an 8-bar intro.
Gotcha.
As a radio personality or as a DJ, we want to talk over the
Gotcha.
intro
Right.
of your song.
Man.
That 8-bar intro is going to be
Y'all, it's
specifically
free
for
game,
the
y'all. That's free game.
free game.
Free game.
We dropping them
Come on.
gems today.
For real.
That 8-bar intro is specifically going to be for your DJs and your radio personalities. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Another tip that you artists can do is what's called a dub plate, where they actually will create an intro for someone specifically over their song and send it to me. For example, if Dave does a record, he's going to record an intro. Hey, what's going on? This Dave Skills. Shout out to Tampa Mystic. This is my new record. It's called a dub plate. It's like
Gotcha.
a custom
Gotcha.
intro.
That's dope.
everybody who's like me, I like to hear my name.
Right. That's real.
I like hearing my
That's
name.
Right. You earned that. Right.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
you have a better chance. Like, for example, I got a custom intro over the Heartless record from Lucci. Free 650, by the way. Free my guy. You know how many times I played that song? I love the record, but based off the fact that it had my name in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So
That's right.
artists,
That's
if
right.
you want your song played, make them custom
Come on.
intros
That's
because
dope.
you got a better chance of that DJ dropping that
That's
record
dope. I respect that.
because they want to hear their name.
That's right.
They be like, yeah, you heard my
Come on,
name
that's right,
on
right.
there.
I'm
You know what I'm
putting on,
saying?
I'm putting on, I'm doing it. That's right. That's right.
Right.
Let me play that back right there. So 13th
Facts.
time. No, that's
Exactly.
real. That's real. I like
Absolutely.
that. That's dope, man. That's dope. Let me ask you this. What, let me see. Fill in the blank. How about this? You know, my day wouldn't be the same. We know Dave. Dave, don't get ahead of yourself.
Pipe down. Calm down. Calm down.
Fill in the blank.
Calm down.
I love it. My day wouldn't be the same without.
What I do with this industry.
Gotcha.
I love what I do.
Gotcha.
I can truly, genuinely say I love what I do.
Right? That's dope. That's dope.
I love, like, it's a passion
come
for
on,
me.
Come on.
And with that, I'm walking my purpose.
Wow.
100%. My day wouldn't be the same if I couldn't get up and do what I do every day.
Wow.
If I had to go clock in for someone else, I'd probably be miserable. To be honest, I don't know if I could handle it at this point in my life.
Wow.
You know, I really don't, like mentally and physically.
No, yeah, because you've.
I like taking naps.
Gotcha.
I am a napper. You know, I'm just saying, like, if I'm on a 9 to 5, I can't take a nap.
Gotcha. Right.
But if I come home from the podcast studio and it's 2 and I want to take a nap, bro, I'm gonna lay down and take a nap.
Take a nap.
That's that refresher. He felt me on that. He over there raising his hand like, I felt you on that.
That's real. That's real.
When we were young, we used to fight that.
Gotcha.
As an
Come
adult,
on.
I look forward to it.
Wow.
That's my refresher.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Respect that.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's take it on a personal level.
Yeah.
How do you deal with DMs? You know, we spoke on this early on, and I wanted to get around to how do you deal with this industry full of men, arrogant men, that, you know, come at you with the slightest, come at you with an intent.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that when they're trying to collide the music and the personal level as well? How do you do that?
Depending on how they come at me, I don't deal with it. I just won't even respond.
Gotcha.
Like sometimes I'll even show him some of the DMs that I get, you know, just out of respect.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And I won't even open and respond to them.
Gotcha.
Because if you can't come at me professionally, even if I wasn't in a relationship, you coming out the gate, hey, you're so beautiful.
Gotcha.
Like, bruh, like don't just stop. It's corny.
Gotcha.
Yeah, look, she over there
Gotcha.
throwing up. It's so corny,
Gotcha.
you know. But if they sometimes they'll start out business,
Gotcha.
but
and
then
it goes. I know how that goes.
I'll quickly shut it down.
Gotcha.
I'll quickly shut it down because I'm not interested.
Gotcha.
You know, so it's tough because I'm like, gosh, I'm 49, right?
Gotcha.
I'm old enough to be a lot of their mother. And I'll tell them that, and they'll be like, that's even better. You're a MILF. Bruh.
I like it.
That's not a pickup line. It's, you know, like.
I feel you though, but I know it could be, you know, separating business and certain things like that. I know that. And while we're on that, has that ever deterred you from interviewing anyone who even...
It has, absolutely. 100%.
Gotcha.
110% it has.
It's like, no, I can't even, I don't even want the energy around me now.
Absolutely. Because I don't want anybody ever feeling like, and again, even if I was single, like, don't feel like you can come into my domain and push up on me.
Gotcha, that's right.
That's why, like, when I do my interviews, I tell them, do not bring more than 2 people with you.
That's right.
Because I like it to be a comfortable, safe environment.
Absolutely.
You know, when they come in there and they got 15 people lurking around for what?
That's a fact.
It becomes uncomfortable.
And 12 of them are higher than mine.
Exactly. It's a distraction.
That's a fact. It's so true.
I don't want to deal with that.
I understand.
So to answer your question, oftentimes I just don't deal with it. I don't even open the DM.
Gotcha.
Or if it's already a conversation going, I quickly will shut them down and tell them, if you cannot keep it business, then we don't need to talk any further.
I respect
that. I have no desire for that.
Gotcha. I respect that.
Yeah.
That's dope. I
Boom.
respect that for sure, sis. Come on.
Boom.
Yes. Yes. Outside of music,
Yeah.
fitness,
Yes.
networking,
Yes.
traveling.
Yes.
What's that one thing the fans will be interested to know that Tampa Mystic does?
Gosh, I think a lot of them know is I love hiking.
Gotcha.
Like
Okay.
I
Gotcha.
love.
That's dope. That's dope.
Put me on top of a mountain somewhere, and I'm in my happy place.
Gotcha. That's
Let me
dope.
live inside of a
That's
mountain.
dope.
Sure.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's dope. So outdoors and
Outdoors, and that's something I've enjoyed for years. You know, like
Gotcha.
being in Florida, of course we got the beaches and stuff, but I started hiking and stuff then, and of course we don't have mountains and stuff there, but we have a lot of trails and stuff.
Gotcha.
You know, we used to ride the bikes and
Right,
hike
right.
and stuff like that. Any free time I have when it's warmer outside, I am on someone's trail,
Gotcha.
someone's mountain, someone, like, even for my birthday, that's what we did a couple
Gotcha.
times. We went to the mountains,
That's
you know,
dope. That's
got a
dope.
cabin,
That's
and
right. That's right.
that's just a getaway.
there.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, full circle. Is that did all that stem from that astrology, looking up
It
outside
did.
and
It
like,
did.
just being like, man, this world is big.
It is. It
That's
is.
dope.
It's big. God gave us a whole lot of gifts.
Come on, that's
we
right.
have to get out here and enjoy them. And
That's right.
like my family, like I told you, my dad's from Cleveland, my mom's from Columbus, Ohio.
right.
But my grandparents lived in this little small town, and I used to go up there every summer. And I'm talking like it was Amish country, like horse and buggies type
Gotcha.
ish,
Oh,
you know.
wow.
And I love that too. You know, because we used to go, like, you know, out there. They taught me how to shoot guns and
Gotcha.
stuff
Right,
like
right.
that.
That's
I
dope.
really
That's
enjoyed
dope.
just being outside.
dope.
I love getting that natural vitamin D
That's
and
right.
just
Come on,
being
that's
in the
dope.
sun. It just feels good.
That's dope.
It's
That's
like
dope.
refreshing.
That's right, for sure.
Yeah.
I need to do more of that.
Yeah. Let's go for a
I
walk.
need to do more of that. That's no, for real, that's real. Like, cause that is
It's mental
you know
therapy.
there you
100%.
There you go.
Like when I go out there, when I come home, I feel so good and refreshed. Not
Gotcha.
just because I got some exercise, but just fresh air, sunshine. A lot of people lack vitamin D because they're
natural.
not in
They
the
say you
sun.
need at least 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You need at least 20 minutes out there. That's so true.
Yeah,
That's so true. You're right.
absolutely.
One place in this world, all inclusive, 1 week. Where do you travel?
We're going to Egypt.
Come on. You see it. Sis.
Yes.
You said, play. What the hell? Play about that.
That's where we're going. Like,
That's where I want to go as well.
yeah.
Why Egypt?
Man, I really want to learn more about the culture.
Come on.
You know, like
Come on.
if you go into my dad's house, and Dave's been there, my parents had this huge, like, I call it a shrine.
Right.
And it's all Egyptian stuff. My dad built a 6-foot pyramid that he would sit inside and meditate. That's how in tune he was.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. So
Your dad is dope.
My dad is like, my dad is like,
Wow.
he's like a scientist, an astrologist,
That is dope.
all in one.
Wow.
You know, so a lot of what I love, he instilled in me.
That
And
is-
yeah,
It's like
that
the
would be
ultimate man cave too,
he-
right?
it is the ultimate man.
Okay, no better than
Listen,
that, right? It's
I
dope.
don't want to incriminate my dad, but you know, like I remember being young, going into the attic, and I'd see all these plants up
Gotcha.
there. I ain't know until later what kind of
Just like
plants
that.
they was. You know what I'm saying? Like my
Right.
dad was
He
like
was-
just the ultimate
Man,
man.
that's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. Man, that is dope.
So yeah, definitely Egypt. But I also would like to go to, you know, somewhere like maybe Australia.
Gotcha.
I want to travel the
No one has
world.
ever said that.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot what year the Olympics went there, Sydney. But that's all we've known in this world of
Right.
Australia.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something to be able to, see a kangaroo in a park. That's crazy.
That's what I'm talking
Gotcha,
about.
right. That's dope.
To
That's
experience that,
something different.
That would be so
That's
dope.
That's
Yeah.
dope. That's
I would
what's
love
up.
it.
That's what's up. Let me ask you this. Look, I know you're on the healthy journey.
Yeah.
One fast food restaurant the rest of your life. Where do y'all eat? Can't eat anywhere else.
Panda.
Bed Express? What's Bed Express? Gotcha. Oh,
That-
So, all right. So let me ask you this. Or Bed Express. Where does Chipotle fall in line?
I would say Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle.
Exactly,
Chipotle's
right.
up there
Exactly.
too.
That's real. That's real.
A little bit of
For
Zaxby's every now and
Gotcha, right,
again.
right. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That's what's up.
But
Definitely.
I think the number one would be Panda for sure. Like
Gotcha.
that's his go-to. But I get the
what do
noodle.
you normally get?
We get noodle.
Let me guess.
Let me get a bowl of noodle.
You saying as far? Oh, that's right. Because you don't eat chicken either.
Nah, I eat chicken.
No, he
Gotcha.
do.
Okay. Got you. The teriyaki orange or the black
I
pepper?
usually get the shrimp
Oh, gotcha.
and the Beijing beef.
For sure. That's what's up. Oh yeah, classic,
Yeah.
classic. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm allergic to shellfish. So I don't know. Yes.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow, my son is too.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And let's speak about this man in the military,
Oh,
man.
man, let's talk about my
Come on,
boy, man.
Yes. And how many years has he actually
He's out now.
Oh, he's out now.
He's
Gotcha,
out now.
gotcha,
He's
gotcha.
actually going to school at Florida State University.
Man,
Big
come
shout out to
on,
FSU.
That's what's up. Definitely.
Man, like
That's dope.
I was so blessed. I have one son.
Right.
And man, made it all the way through school.
Come on, that's dope.
Graduated literally 30 days later, went to the military.
Wow.
Spent 5 years in the military.
Come on, that's dope.
In the Army,
Come on.
infantry,
Come on.
air assault
That's
school,
dope.
jumping out of airplanes.
That's what's up.
Went to South Africa,
That's
trained
dope.
the soldiers.
Wow.
He's married now. Have
Come
a
on,
beautiful
come on.
daughter-in-law.
Man, that's dope. That's dope.
A lot of people think she's my daughter because we kind of favor each
Gotcha,
other.
That's dope. That's dope.
Now he's going to school, FSU,
Okay.
homeowner.
Come on. Is he in Georgia? He's back in Florida.
He's back in Florida.
That's
So
dope.
yeah, quick story.
Uh-huh.
He moved to Georgia. Him and his wife bought a house out here in Rockmart, right?
Gotcha. Uh-huh.
Because they thought they wanted that ducked off.
Gotcha.
I tried to tell him, son, I don't know. But he wanted to try to please me because I have no family here, right?
Gotcha.
They bought that house. I think they paid like $500,000 for it. It had 10 acres.
Wow.
They sold it 8 months later to go back. They made a $60,000 profit in 8
Just
months.
like that.
I
That's
said, bro,
Georgia
maybe
for you. That's
maybe you need to start flipping them houses.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's right. That's how you do it. That's dope, man.
But they're back in Florida. You know, all their friends are there.
Gotcha. What part of Florida? They're not in Tampa.
They're just outside of
Outside
Tampa.
of Tampa.
Yeah, they're in
Gotcha.
a city called Wesley Chapel. It's right
Gotcha.
outside of Tampa. So
Okay,
they're
dope.
close to my dad, which I'm
That's
happy
good.
about.
That's good.
Yeah.
For sure. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Dope, man. So what has motherhood taught you all these years? You know, like just as far as, you know, that ambition, I see you drawing from everywhere, but what has motherhood, what has that done for your drive? Like just everything about you.
It did. It did everything. Because I had my son at 19.
Gotcha.
His dad was in the military, so like he was never in the picture. I raised my son as a single mom, and I think I was that mom though. Like my son started playing sports in elementary.
Right.
He played baseball.
Gotcha.
Then as he went into middle school and high school, he played football. He ran track. He
Gotcha.
wrestled. He did
Active.
mixed martial
That's
arts.
good. That's good.
I always had him involved in
That's good.
something.
That's right.
That was important
That's
to me.
right. Absolutely.
But I was that mom who was front and center too.
Gotcha.
You know, like at
Right.
every
Right.
track meet and
That's
every
right.
football game. It made me a better person.
what's up.
You know, because it wasn't about me anymore.
Isn't that the most selfless?
Yeah.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's
Like,
so
just
much bigger than me now. I got a whole nother human being that I have to take care of that is depending on me
So true.
100% until he became, you know, older.
It's sufficient.
Yeah.
That's right. That's dope. man. Shout out
And
to
I'm
That's
proud
dope.
of him.
Come
Shout out
on.
my son
Come
Terrell,
on,
man.
Come on. That's what's up.
He's gonna be 30 this year.
Gotcha. That's what's up.
You
It
know-
goes by fast, don't it?
I have a whole 30-year-old, Khacki.
Don't it go by like
Bruh, that's crazy.
in 30 and some of the people you're interviewing
Are younger than my
you know
son.
what I mean? Like, and it's
yeah.
like, and at 30, what he's accomplished at 30?
Yeah.
That's remarkable.
He's accomplished a lot. Like, gosh, he's probably accomplished more than I have.
Gosh,
You know
and,
what I'm
that's
saying?
and that's what it's supposed to be like, right?
Yeah.
They're supposed to come in and do more.
He's
you know,
got
that's
college
real.
degrees. He's
That's
got
real.
multiple
That's how it's
college
supposed to.
degrees. I'm a college dropout.
Led the way though.
Yeah.
That's how it, you know.
But also too, I say this, I think some of the stuff that I went through taught him, like for example, not that I ever regret having my son at 19. I just wish I could have had him at 30, like had that same son but a little bit older, so I could have done a little bit more.
I understand.
He doesn't have kids yet. He said that him and his wife they're both in school, in college. They want to get through all that stuff before they start a family.
respect that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I love that
That's right. Yeah, he traveled, got to see this world.
yeah,
South Africa,
he's
everywhere. Like,
traveled, experienced, got all that out the way, and whether they have kids, they're kind of on the fence with that because they're just loving
living
life.
life.
Yeah,
That's right. That's
So,
real. That's real.
yeah.
That's dope, sis. What is next? 2024, what is next for Tampa Mystic?
Honestly, the thing that's really been heavy on my spirit that I want to do, because I've been doing this for almost 13 years,
Gotcha.
right? Like I said, I've been podcasting before it was podcasting.
Right.
I want to, and it may not happen this year, but it's something I'm going to start working on this year, is I eventually want to be televised.
Go ahead.
That's
Wow.
why when I do my interviews, I don't let people smoke on
Same
there.
here, sis.
I don't even
Same
use profanity.
here. Same here.
You have to be marketable.
Absolutely.
And it's like, you never know who's watching.
So true.
You never know who's watching. So it's like, in order for me to elevate,
That's right.
perception is everything.
Everything.
You have to keep a certain image. And I don't discriminate that. You know, when you walk out the door, if you
Right.
want to smoke,
That's right, right.
like I told you, I be cursing.
Gotcha, right,
I
right.
do my gummies
Right.
every night. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha, right.
But on camera, I don't do that
None
stuff.
of that stuff.
Yeah.
I respect that.
So
you get it. It's big. The picture is grandiose, so it's way bigger than. If you can't look 5-10 years down the road,
Yeah.
you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah.
That's real. I respect that.
Especially, again, you know, I don't feel like I'm old, but I'm seasoned. I have to think bigger like that.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I do understand that.
And I watch a lot of these shows like Dateline and stuff, and a lot of their journalists are old.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So
Gotcha.
I'm like, shoot, I still got 30 years in me that I
Come
could be
on,
doing
come
this.
on. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's real. That's a fact.
And when you love it, you don't necessarily want to retire at 65.
You don't. That's the society's 95 law.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To get that, you know, that stimulus package, you know, at 62 or 65.
Right.
That's society's way of thinking.
Absolutely.
That's so true.
I
Mark,
want to
go
be
ahead.
financially set to where I can do that if I want
Exactly.
to. But by choice, I don't have to.
Exactly.
Stop. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
Like, that's a big thing for Dave and I. Like, we're really into investing in stuff
That's
now.
right. For sure.
Because as an entrepreneur, you don't got a 401k.
So true.
That we don't have that.
You have to put money away. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's so true.
So we have to find other ways to invest. We don't have a company that provides health insurance. We got to pay for that out of our own pocket.
So true.
You know what I'm saying?
true.
So that's where I'm really working on this year. Business credit.
Gotcha. Come on.
Huge.
Major.
You know,
Major.
OPM,
That's a
other
fact.
people's money.
That's a fact. That's what this world is
Credit
built on.
is king.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So that's one of a few of the major things in 2024 that I'm really working on.
That's dope.
And myself too. I'm always working on myself.
That's dope. I respect
You
that.
know, like
it doesn't stop.
No.
You get better at it. It
Yeah.
gets easier.
Yeah.
You can make choices wiser.
100%.
That's what life is about
Yeah.
for sure.
Because life be lifing.
Be lifing. That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Respect that. When it's all said and done, what is Tampa Mystic's legacy?
You know, I think my legacy kind of rolls off of what my purpose is. I want to leave this earth knowing that I put other people in a position to win.
Go ahead.
In order to be a boss, you have to put other people in a position
That's a
to be a
fact.
boss.
That's a fact.
This is not about me at all. That's why I don't go out and do a lot of the stuff, because it's like, I don't necessarily want to be in the limelight. That's just
Gotcha.
not my desire.
Gotcha.
My desire is to help other people get in those positions.
Gotcha. I respect
You know,
that.
sitting down, and that's why I'm always trying to innovate new things
That's right.
of what I can do within what I'm already doing.
So true.
So my legacy is to leave this earth saying, man, look how many people she helped selflessly.
Come on.
I'm not self-righteous.
Absolutely not.
You know,
That's right.
I want to help other people.
Wow.
You know, so
Let's
yeah.
start it. Let's start it. Start it from the beginning. I respect that. I
Facts.
respect that.
Shout out to Khacki, man.
I respect that.
That's my
man.
brother.
Hey, come on, man. You my sister. You know that. You
Yeah.
know that for real. Sis, let me ask you this: with $50 million in your bank account tomorrow morning, what changes about you?
Personally, nothing. Because money can come and go. I've been at the bottom before.
Gotcha.
I've been somewhat at the top too.
Gotcha.
What's going to change about me is I'm going to, my lifestyle, as far as, like I said, we're going to be investing.
Right. Right.
I'm going to spend it smartly. Yeah, I'm going to do a little shopping.
Of
Don't get it
course, right.
twisted.
Come on.
With 50 million.
Right.
But I'm trying to figure out how to turn that into 100 million.
Come on. Thank you.
You know?
I hope y'all picking up what you just put down.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you said.
Yeah.
Is I'm trying to turn that into 100 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because right now, like, you know, majority of what I make goes right back into my business. Buying new equipment.
Isn't that beautiful? Like that,
Yeah.
that you're seeing the turnover go back into something that you love.
Yes.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I respect that.
Just like you walk in here and it's like, man, this is mine.
Come
It
on,
feels
sis.
good, don't it?
It humbled every time I drive up in this parking lot.
From
Humbled.
every little thing you have in here, from the table to the shelf, you invested your money to put this together to make it look the way it does, and it's beautiful.
Thank you, sis.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Respect, man.
Yeah.
Do you have anything for your fans and for the future fans watching this right now? If you could just look into that camera right there and just speak to them and just let them know, right here, just what do you have for them following you on this journey, just as who you are as a person? Just talk to them for a second before we get out of here.
I just want you to know me as Misty.
Wow.
That's my government.
Come on.
I you know, like Tampa Mystic is somebody that started way before social media. That's a whole nother story. But I want people to know me. I'm transparent.
That's right.
And the other thing that I've been, again, talking about a lot is mental health, man.
Yes.
It's okay. We all go through stuff.
So true.
I go through stuff. I get anxiety.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know.
And I admit to that. But I just want people to know that I'm a real person. I go through stuff. I cry. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I'm a real person.
Just a real person.
Yeah, because I get people who hit me on Instagram and I'm very responsive. And they'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe you responded. Why would I not?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Why would I not? So I really want people to know, like, I'm a real deal person. I feel like I'm a very loyal person.
Wow.
I help people. I love people. I'm selfless.
Right.
I'm a good business partner.
Come on.
You know, shout out to Bigga. He always tells me I wouldn't want to do business with anybody else but you.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
I respect that.
And I appreciate you, bro.
Man,
Like,
sis,
I'm
man,
proud of you.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate that, man. Your energy is forever.
Yeah.
Energy is forever. And I often say, if God don't come before 2,000, 4,000, 6,000 years, that legacy you're leaving here on this earth.
Yeah.
These interviews, who you are, how many people you've helped.
Yeah.
Man, it's going to be spoken in so many values.
Yeah.
And that's what life is about.
Facts.
Not the mystic. This is Misty talking.
Yeah.
This is real life, man. And that was my goal of the integrity response, man. Because we, just like you say, some people, we put on this facade, like we put on this, we have to. Life is, like you say, life be life.
Yeah.
We put on this armor. But man, that's just who we are.
Through
man. Like,
anything.
And it's, man, my goal, because, I'm interviewing the elite. That's what I said. I'm interviewing the elite, man. So I want the fans, the viewers to see, like, man, this was a human.
Yeah.
How dope is that? Like, and they drawn to it because that was a human.
Like about 3 weeks ago, I had the flu. I was so sick. So sick.
Right.
You could ask him. I still got up and went to work.
Wow.
I told my guest I'm sick.
Gotcha.
So if I get you sick,
Gotcha.
they're like, no, it's cool.
Right.
When you're an entrepreneur, like I
to.
felt horrible. I still got up and went to work. I still pushed through them interviews. I still gave it as much energy as I could.
That's right.
It was hard. I ain't gonna lie.
I understand it.
I wanted to throw up the whole time.
I understand it.
But there is no days off with this.
So true.
You have to take some time for yourself.
You do.
You have to. But yeah.
But just like you say, that's where those walks and them little naps come in and just
facts.
refresh you.
We nappers.
That's right. That's real, sis.
Yeah.
Sis, I want to give you your flowers now, before, forever. Man, you are a living legend.
I appreciate it.
I can't wait to do this again. You are for the culture.
Yeah.
You are the culture.
Yeah.
You've been here at the humble stages of the culture.
Yes.
Which people don't even, couldn't even fathom how it was at these times or certain places, man. But yeah, what you're doing here for Tampa, what you're doing here in the city of Atlanta, which is second home. Yeah. Man, we appreciate you. Forever a legend.
Man.
And just the people you'll treat the same 21-year-old with one single as you would treat Gip walking through here.
Shout out to Big Gip, man. That's my homie,
that's
man.
real,
I love you, Gip.
That's who you are.
Facts.
And that's why people love and respect you. I'm just glad to be in your presence, man. You treated me with open arms when we first came. I was just like, Tampa, this is family.
Yeah,
this is family.
we instantly bonded.
So we even, we knew it was like, okay, certain people you just know, okay, you're here.
Yeah.
This is what the industry needs. I respect you, and we appreciate you. Everybody watching this, man, y'all don't know this woman is behind more than you can think. More than you can think, because it's not shouted from a mountaintop. She is, like she said, I just want to play the background.
Yeah.
But when I have to go put forward something in the front, I'm there.
Facts.
That's Tampa.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Let me give you your flowers.
Oh, sis, man. They're just, man.
And people obviously watching this know you, but I just want to give you your flowers. Like, you're one of those pivotal people in this music industry, like selflessly helping people. in putting them on a platform. Thank you for inviting me here.
Thank you, sis.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't get to tell my story. I'm always the one that's on your side,
I know.
getting that out of other people.
Yes.
But I have a story to tell
That's a
too.
fact. That's
You know?
a fact.
And I love this. I love what you're doing. The quality is top notch.
Thank you, sis.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, sis.
Yeah. We're going to the top
Come
together.
on, man. Come on. You know it, Tam. You know we locked in. You know it. You know it.
Facts.
I'm glad to be a student of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And watching your journey, man. I'm just glad to be a student
Yeah.
for sure. Because I want to do it the right way with integrity.
Man.
And that's who you are. You know what I mean? Like, that's who
Y'all
you are.
see it back
Come on
there.
now, sis.
I peeped
That's
it.
who you are for sure. So
Yeah.
just want to let you know you're a living legend. And I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you.
And with tradition on the integrity response, if you could open one fortune cookie
Okay.
and read that
I'm
for
gonna
your fans.
pick the one that fell out because I told you
right.
that
You did say that.
Yeah.
You did say that.
it was this one right here.
Wow, you
Ain't
picked
that-
up two.
it's-
Picked up what?
oh,
Yep. Got you.
one from my sis, one from my mom.
Come on, real.
So I gotta
real.
read it to you.
Read it to the
It better be a
fans.
good one.
Gotcha. Come on. Come on.
You gonna? Dave can eat it though. He
Right.
likes eating the fortune cookies.
They so fast that. Dave said, that's why
He
I go to
ready.
Panda Express. That's why
Yeah, bro, that's the favorite part is getting them doggone
You already
fortune
know it,
cookies.
You know it.
Yeah, 3 of them now.
Now hold on now.
Yes, yes.
I got contacts in
Okay, gotcha.
that are
Okay.
made for distance.
Gotcha.
You're gonna have to read it for.
Yeah,
I
sure
can't
will.
see
I
up
sure will.
close.
I sure will. I got you. I got you. Only by acceptance of the past, you can alter it.
Wow.
Only
Wait.
by acceptance of the past,
Wow.
you can alter it.
Is
You
it
spoke
spoke on that? Ain't that me in a nutshell? That's insane.
Wow.
That is insane. I felt that.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I have absolutely accepted my flaws. We're human.
That's a fact.
But in order for us to be able to fix that, move on, we have to accept it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I need to accept that I got to get LASIK.
Come on. Look,
Bro, when I don't have my contacts
Come on,
in,
no,
I can see
understand.
up close, but I
Understand what
can't
you're
see far. When I put them in, I can't. I'm like this.
Gotcha.
One
No,
of my old
understand.
ladies, I can't see nothing. It's crazy.
Good. Why don't he make these things any bigger?
Right. I need a magnifying glass.
Man, Tampa, it's been a pleasure.
I
Tampa
appreciate
Mystic,
you.
it's been a pleasure.
Facts.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Industry's most wanted.
Man, y'all better
And
tap
The
in.
integrity response linked up.
Facts.
Crazy. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Man, this is my sister. We are signing off.
Yeah.
Much love.